Man, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of EOS. It's 1090 Jake, man. I'm rocking with y'all rocking with me. And for this video, we're going to be speaking on the madness in Miami, how a rapper's performance was targeted, leaving 23 people shot and 2 dead, and how Dababy'S associate just got booked on attempted murder for a separate double shooting.
They taking your brother! They took your brother! It's laid there. I need to hold him! I need to hold him!
It was like pop, 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 and it kept going.
Así como dos veces.
Sunday, May 30th, 2021 at approximately 12:30 a.m., Miami-Dade police were dispatched to Northwest 186th Street in reference to multiple gunshot victims. Arriving on scene, they witnessed one of the worst mass shootings in Dade County's recent history. They immediately attempted to aid those shot, but found there were more victims than officers. EMS then arriving along with police backup as the number of gunshot victims climbed and 2 men were pronounced dead at the scene, laid out in front of the El Moolah banquet hall that was hosting an album release party for local rapper ABMG Spitter. In total, 21 gunshot victims were being transported to multiple hospitals throughout Dade and Broward County as police secured the crime scene that left behind 2 dead 26-year-olds and over 100 bullet casings from both rifles and handguns. Surveillance video would reveal a white Nissan Pathfinder sat in the parking lot for over an hour waiting for the opportunity to strike. They pulled alongside the banquet hall as a group of both men and women stood outside. 3 men exited the vehicle, leaving the driver ready for a getaway, and of the 3 men, one could be seen holding what appeared to be a Draco with a drum-style magazine capable of holding 50, 75, and 100 rounds depending on the model. The man next to him was holding a long AR-styled rifle as the 3rd man was armed with a handgun, and when they made their way around the corner, they unleashed pure firepower into the crowd, shooting any and everyone that they could. Different angles from the surveillance video shows a group in front of the banquet hall as the gunfire erupted. A man with wicks immediately dropping to the floor as his body stiffens, a 2nd man laying on the ground rolling in agony, and a woman holding her stomach as she appears to be shot while others attempted to find cover and get away. While I won't show the victims, I will show an angle that's been overlooked by the media, which shows a black sedan in the parking lot. As the bullets kick up dust, a man can be seen exiting the rear door and opening fire on the crowd from the parking lot before jumping into the back of the car as it backs up and drives off. It was reported shots were returned by people in the crowd, but nobody spoke on this 2nd vehicle involved in the parking lot ambush. By Monday afternoon, the getaway vehicle was found submerged in a canal and had been reported stolen just 15 days prior to the shooting. The 2 dead victims were also identified as Desmond Owens and Clayton Dillard, both 26 years old. Clayton's father at the scene of the crime grieving for his son, and later seen at the press conference expressing his emotions over what took place.
Harming mothers who are here today.
You all killed my kid. You must burn. You're gonna burn. You hear me? You killed a good kid. For no reason.
And that's the pain that you seek.
ABMG Spitter would take to his Instagram story with multiple posts. One showing a woman whom he said is his sister, who can be seen in a hospital gown, which may be hinting at she was one of 23 shot and was present on his behalf. The 2nd post would be none other than Clayton Dillard, one of 2 killed. The next post would show Desmond Owens standing on the right, the other man who died. On the left is Jordan White, and both Desmond and Jordan were arrested as co-defendants back in 2014 for a drive-by shooting that left a man dead in Miami Gardens. The charge would later be dismissed. Another post would show a woman, Spitter writing nephew good for life. Just stay in there for me, Nene. I know you strong. Nene may be one of the 3 victims left in critical condition from the shooting. It's obvious to see looking at Spitter's Instagram, it was him and anyone associated with him that was targeted. It was his album release party, his associate Fopak was performing, and his family and friends were victims, some losing their lives as others fought for theirs. This mass shooting came only a day after another mass shooting in which 6 people were shot in Wynwood after a drive-by. And Monday night, another shooting would take place outside of a steakhouse on Ocean Drive, leaving 2 wounded. Dababy was detained by police, and it was originally reported he told police he fired 1 shot in self-defense, while a member of his entourage named Wisdom was also being questioned in connection to the shooting. Dababy was released without charges, while his associate Wisdom, who was under Dababy's roster and recently performed with him in Miami, was arrested and charged with attempted murder with a deadly weapon and aggravated assault with a firearm. Police documents allege Wisdom was a part of the group who got into an argument with the victims and fired at least 1 shot, striking the victim in the leg as he tried to run. Another man named Christopher Urena was arrested and charged after he was seen shooting one of the victims in the back, who now remains in critical condition and is said to be paralyzed. It's unclear if he too is affiliated with Dababy. All in all, since Thursday of last week, there have been over 30 people shot in Miami, while a $130,000 reward remains for information leading to the arrest of the shooters involved in the 23 victim mass shooting. The reward being funded by the ATF and a third party. Now, while all this shit was going on, I was over in Tampa hitting the strip clubs. And I guess Tampa's a whole completely different fucking vibe than Miami, because Miami, everybody's just getting their shit shot the fuck up. All of this, it's sad as hell, but it's really nothing new. And if you know about Miami, especially the old Miami, shit like this was common. You know what I mean? The rapper shooting, the mass shooting, it doesn't get respect from me. The reason being, if you got such an issue with somebody, you're so determined to kill them, you're going to kill them, then walk that motherfucker down and do what you need to do. You don't need to be shooting into a crowd of people, hitting mad people that got nothing to do with nothing. You know what I mean? You're hitting innocent men, innocent women. Now there's a fucking manhunt. I think that this case is going to get solved just off the strength that, for one, $130,000 is enough to make a lot of motherfuckers tell on you. And for 2, they're using every single source that they can to find out who committed this shooting. Now, judging off of Spitter's Instagram, I 100% think that he was the one targeted. They wet up his whole party. And everyone that was out there pretty much on some shit like, hey, if they fuck with you and they came to support you, fuck them. And that's how savage this shit can get. People think Florida's sweet. Yeah, it's fucking not. And as far as the guns go, assault rifles, this and that, all those guns are perfectly legal in the state of Florida. High capacity magazines are legal in the state of fucking Florida. It's always been that way. That's just how it is. But for the shooting involving Dababy, he's been involved in shit before. He beat a murder off of self-defense, killed buddy in Walmart that ran up on him when he was with his BM, his kid, whatever. However that went down, it worked out in his fucking favor. I believe he was caught with another gun in Beverly Hills and was able to figure that situation out too. When you're a rapper, when you have some form of a celebrity status, you are a target. We do not know if it was him, a group. We don't know exactly what went down. It's funny though, because it was reported originally by some dude in Miami that it was Dababy who said to police he fired 1 shot. But Dababy's associate was arrested for allegedly firing 1 shot that hit somebody in the leg. Whether that guy fucked it up and it was actually Wisdom that fired the bullet and he accidentally said Dababy, I don't know. Or maybe Wisdom signed up because, he gonna take care of that for his homie. Whatever the situation is, they booked Wisdom with the shooting. The other guy shot buddy in the back. You can't win a self-defense case, a stand your ground case, if you're shooting someone in the back. I was in county jail with somebody. He had a red tag. You only get a red tag around your wrist if you're in there for a body or if you came back from prison. He told me he opened up the door to the house. He saw his girl on the floor and a man was doing something that I can't say on YouTube because they're gonna strike this shit down. But he was doing something he shouldn't have been doing. Buddy opened fire, shot him in the back. He thought he was defending his girl. He ended up getting charged with the murder because he shot him in the back. As fucked up as that is. But hey, it's been a busy 4 days. I'm gonna keep y'all caught up on whatever I missed. I know y'all happy to see me back. I'm happy to be back. And I'll keep y'all updated on this case. It's 10 out of J. I'm rocking with y'all. Y'all rocking with me. Till next time.